The age of miracles is dead. Terra is rust. Radiation, dust. But across the Ethiopic plateau, a new sound rises. Not the scream of mutants, not the roar of engines. Boots, heavy, rhythmic, thunderous. The Emperor's shadow is growing long, and it is cast by giants of iron and rage. Terra was not a planet. It was a battlefield, and only madmen ruled it. For thousands of years, techno-barbarian warlords tore the world apart with relics from the dark age of technology. The sky was purple, choked by chem smog, filled with the ash of 1 billion dead. The Emperor did not see a graveyard. He saw an opportunity. He did not need a scalpel. He needed a sledgehammer. Something that could break the Urals, crush the Pan-Pacific Empire, erase the warlords from history. Beneath the Himalayas, in lightless vaults, gene alchemists worked. No sunlight, no air, only the hum of ancient machines and the smell of blood and antiseptic. They were not trying to create perfection. Perfection was slow. Perfection was fragile. They were trying to create power, raw, unstable, violent power, the Kataegis, the Thunder Warriors, not born as children, not raised, not trained from youth, made from grown men, captured, selected, broken down to the marrow and rebuilt with brutal efficiency, bones reinforced, organs replaced, muscle grown like layered armor over a human frame that no longer truly existed. They did not sleep for long. They did not heal correctly. Their bodies burned through themselves like engines running beyond a red line. Bigger than Astartes, wider, heavier, monstrous in silhouette, stronger than anything that would come after, and far less stable. Their minds were scarred by the process. Their rage was not a flaw, it was the design. They were not built to survive peace. They were built for a war that would leave no survivors, a war where collateral damage did not matter, where cities were obstacles, where entire populations were acceptable losses. Because the Emperor did not need soldiers, he needed a natural disaster with a heartbeat. And the vaults opened, and the first legions marched, not in parade, not in formation, but like a landslide of armored flesh and iron. The Iron Lords, the Lightning Bearers, their footsteps cracked old asphalt. Their shadows swallowed streets. Where they walked, the great slaughter followed. They did not conquer, they erased. Fortresses collapsed not from siege, but from impact. Warlords died before they understood what they were fighting. A Thunder Warrior does not know fatigue. He does not know fear. He knows only the red mist of the Emperor's will. From the siege of Albion, where entire hive stacks were torn open like metal coffins, to the breaking of the Frank hives, where rivers ran black with ash and blood, the eagle's banner rose over mountains of skulls. Cities vanished from maps. Tribes vanished from memory. History itself was being edited in real time. And wherever the Thunder Warriors went, silence followed. A terrible, absolute silence. The unification was almost complete. The tribes were broken. The warlords were gone. The techno-barbarian empires lay in smoking ruin. And for the first time in centuries, Terra grew quiet. No artillery, no orbital fire, no screaming skies, just winged over empty ruins. But in that silence, a terrible realization formed inside the Imperial Palace. The Thunder Warriors were made for the storm. They were perfect for chaos, perfect for annihilation. But there is no place for a storm in a world that seeks peace. Their bodies were failing, their minds were fraying, and they had seen too much blood to ever become soldiers of a new order. They were weapons, and weapons, once the war is over, become a problem. And far to the east, The peaks of Mount Ararat wait beneath cold clouds and silent snow, and the Emperor's gaze is already shifting.